Shalom. I want to start giving all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all you Akim pushing this word with sincerity and truth. I just want to touch on a couple of bases. Today is Saturday. Supposed to be at camp. Brother's feeling a little down and a little ill. You know what I'm saying? due to my infirmities. But still, I wanted to still push a video. You know what I'm saying? So, first I wanted to tell you a little bit about my past and how before I came into Great Millstone, I was in other camps. The first camp that I started with is with this so-called preacher. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, I'll get a better video for you. Name is Atazaban. Okay, from the old school. Name was Atazaban, sojourner for the old school. Alright? Now what happened with that camp at that time, before I got into his camp, I was introduced to this by my stepfather of mine. But I'm going to save that for another story. That's my counteract. Okay? But anyway, I was introduced to Atazaban online, right? So as I was introduced to Atazaban online, he was into fitness, a lot of fitness, you know, working out, you know, we would go to the dooms and walk the dooms for exercise, you know what I'm saying? We would do a little bit martial arts, but all my life I've been learning that. I learned that as a little kid, learning certain combat and stuff like that. Actually, we was beaten into that to learn that. Me, a sister, and stuff like that. We had to learn that at a younger age. Certain moves like taekwondo and stuff, certain things defensive. That was part of our growing up. So I'm not too far when it comes to learning combat. I'm not saying I'm a perfect master, but I'm really good in defending myself. Okay, so, but that's not what this is about. It's about learning the scriptures. Okay, so the first thing, we would go on the dooms and stuff like that. We would do exercise and stuff like that, but it was very little bit according to the scriptures. What we would do, we would have teleconference, you know what I'm saying, over the phone. And what the brother would say is that what the Taliban say is that he would not, what would he say? He would say that we're not ready. The men that was in that classroom was not ready. We had a brother named Hayah, and we also had another one, which was my stepfather named Student Pittman. At the time, he didn't get a Hebrew name at that time. And I'll wait till a counteract video, you know, when that time comes to bring up Student Pittman, because his name don't need to bring that in right now, which was my stepfather. Okay, married to my mother for a couple of years. All right. Anyway, we would never go out. Okay. He would tell me about certain schools, certain camps, certain places that he came out of, which was like One West, how he would come out and the things he would do. So I asked him why he left. And the reason why he said he left, because the men that was teaching that, they became brutal. Okay? All right? So anyway, this man is exercising in combat. He's good with exercise and stuff like that. But this man was strictly on his money. I believe his daughter was born with some kind of deformity, you know what I'm saying? So they sued and got a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about in the millions, you know what I'm saying? So he felt it like he'd always talk about building him a home out east, you know what I'm saying, in Long Island, you know what I'm saying? That's all he would talk about. So he really didn't have time to go on the highway and byways to preach this word. That's what it all came down to. You know, another false prophet that's full of bullshit, okay? You know what I'm saying? And always trying to sit there and say how they came from the old school. Just because you come from the old school and shit like that, that don't mean you got the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Because if you healthy, as I said, it bringing combat and learning karate and all that shit, you should be healthy enough to go out on the highways and byways and preach. False prophet. Because nothing is wrong with you. Okay? The second one that I went to was Nate. You know what I'm saying? At that time, my mind frame was on a family thing. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with family. So it was a good thing, you know, at that time when I thought about it, to bring the family and my son to go to Nate. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing different is, one thing I did know from when I first started this, I've been in here 5 years still learning, you know what I'm saying? But I did know to keep the Most High's name, Yahweh, and the son named Yahweh Shah. So I was there maybe like a year, you know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, I never was out on the highway, I never prophesied, never preached. You know what I'm saying? The first time I ever really preached was under Great Millstone. You know what I'm saying? Under Elder Apostle Tahar. You know, the first time in my life I ever got on the highways and byways and actually prophesied. Okay? So I just wanted to go into that. You know what I'm saying? Now, these men kept the Taliban call itself kicking me out. You know what I'm saying? But then down the line I had talked to him maybe 3 years ago, and he was willing to take me back in. But at that time I don't go back. You know what I'm saying? I move forward. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's that mentality of thinking that you have, why would I fucking go back to that? And I got to do the Most High's will. If I'm strong and healthy, I would have to go out there and prophesy. Okay? Now, that's on that. You know? But these men will try to tell you that you're not of the elect. They try to tell you you're going to go into dense darkness. And sometimes they get on YouTube and shoot shots. Niggas trying to shoot shots but don't know where the hoop's at. You know what I'm saying? Make some subliminal shits. And the only reason why they doing that is because they jealous. Because they see you shining and they see you out in the highway and byway. Now let me ask you this. If a man is not getting paid, not that money should be on his mind, and he leaves one school, then he goes to another school. Oh, wait a minute. You would say he's a camp junkie. No. You got to continue to seek this word. You know what I'm saying? And keep pushing this word. You don't let nobody take your crown. No man can tell you that you're of the elect. Because he's playing as God. The lowercase g, God. You know what I'm saying? Which we don't even like to use. No man can tell you if you're of the elect. You know what I'm saying? It's the Most High chosen who's going to be of the elect. Not a man can tell you if you're of the elect. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, this is for future reference to other brothers that's coming up and learning. Don't let nobody tell you that you're not of the elect, because either you don't abide by their rules, by what they want you to do, okay, or you not. Some guys have different talents. Some guys' talents is they learn fast. Some guys don't learn fast, but it doesn't matter if who learns fast, as long as they're learning. You know what I'm saying? Remember, we supposed to eat this from a baby wing from the milk. Okay, so now let me go into the definition of the elect out of the Compact Zondervan Bible Dictionary. All right, and it says on page 145. I'm not going to read the whole thing. The Most High's eternal and immovable decree to choose from sinners those who He will save, those who the Most High will save. Man can't tell you if you're of the elect or not, rather if they got their panties wrapped up in a bunch. That's why I say some brothers shoot shots but don't know where the hoop's at. You know what I'm saying? You missing. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just saying what you need to say. That's a character of a motherfucker, bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So now it says the sovereign decree of the Most High choose out. Ek from Lego, to pick out, is the basic idea in an election. And then it says Yahweh is to elect the means and the redeeming activity of the Holy Spirit, to elect the results in the implantation of Yahweh's righteous nature to those who are saved, and to elect the destiny, eternal fellowship with the Most High. So if you out there preaching on the highways and byways, and you out there prophesying on the downfall of America, and you pushing this word, the Most High, no man can tell you the relationship that you have with the Most High. And be careful, because when you sit there and say that a man may not be of the elect, or you sit there and try to take another man's crown and say he might not be of the elect, you may not be of the elect. See, that's the whole thing. Even when I was using the old teachers, if they've been in here for 10, 20 years, it don't matter if you've been in here 10, 20 years. It don't matter if a brother been in here for 3 years. We all get the same penny. So stop bragging and boasting on yourself, how many, back then you did 20 years, you did 30 years, and stuff like that. If a man came in for 1 year or 2 years, they both get the same penny. Who are you? Man can't tell you if you're of the elect or not. Always remember that. That's the Most High's choosing. He chooses that position of who he's going to call the elect. All right? Now I've got a couple of scriptures. Start with Revelation 6 and 10. Revelation 6 and 10. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, does thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? Right, how long? You know what I'm saying? Because we cry. If you crying out to the Lord, nobody can tell you your personal relationship that you have with the Lord. No man can tell you that the Lord is not supping with you. Who is he? Last time I knew it's the Most High that makes that decision. Okay? But if you truly into this, like you say you into this, if a man tell you that you're not the other elect, or he doesn't think this is for you, you keep pushing on. But you keep pushing on, not for his sake, but for the Most High's sake. What's your relationship with him? You keep carrying on. See, this ain't all about what a nigga think about you or how he feel about you. This is all about the purpose of doing this Most High work. You know what I'm saying? So, that's it on that. And the next scripture we're going to go to is Matthew 24:31. Matthew 24:31. Matthew 24:31. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to another. That's right, because we know that the Israelites are scattered abroad. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High is going to call his elect from the four corners of the earth. The Most High is going to call them. Okay? He's going to use men to wake certain individuals up, but the Most High is the ultimate one that's going to call these men. Okay? These are men of the elect that's going to wake up. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on how your faith is, how true you into this. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're doing the will of the Lord, how can a man tell you, yo, you out of here, you're not doing this and you're not doing that? You know what I'm saying? Maybe he ain't a great teacher. You know what I'm saying? Look at his record. What is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's been in here 25 years. He's been in here 20 years. Talk about the old niggas from the old school. You know what I'm saying? That's got money and always was talking about their fucking house and their home, but couldn't take men to out there on the corners and preach, that men that was looking. Now, is that a fucking prophet? And any man that deals with that motherfucker, something wrong with you. It's like the hawk, baby. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here to smash lies and doctrines and bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's the Most High who does the calling, not men. You know what I'm saying? So I ask yourself this. These old ass niggas from the old school, you know what I'm saying? First like a Tazabon, even with Nate, talking about he know the name. He spoke about the 12 tribes. He did a beautiful breakdown on it. And then he drops the name. Oh, but he's from the old school. He put in 10, 15 years of work. That makes him a righteous man. You know what I'm saying? He took away the Lord's name. So should you deal with a nigga like that? Okay, another nigga like Tazabon. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, these niggas is... I'm not going to get off the subject of the scriptures, but these niggas are so low down and so dirty and so fucking filthy. You know what I'm saying? They'll come up and tell you, if you're not even sometimes street shit gives you an incline of things what's going on. A nigga like that will tell you, can he come and he exercise with your wife? I said, no, you can't exercise with my wife. He says, why not? Now, let me ask you that. Let's judge on that. Should I stay with a nigga like that, in a school with a nigga like that? Should I deal with a nigga like that? And don't ever say that you never said, yo, you could come back, start all over. I didn't want to go back. Okay? So then what I did is I called him one day and said, can I pop up on him in his house? Pop up on him. Now, he was an elder. He's supposed to be a high priest elder teaching us, right? So I say, if I tell you no, that you don't pop up over my house for whatever reason, can I pop up in your house? And that's when the problem comes in, because now it was like I didn't know my place. Niggas, y'all better start using your minds, man. Because some men might use these scriptures in the wrong way to mislead you and tell you, and tell you, you know what I'm saying, that you can't, what you can do and what you can't do. You know what I'm saying? So they'll try to use that they were from the old school, and they'll try to tell you some shit like, yo, brother, I could pop up on your house, pop up at your house anytime I want to, you know what I'm saying, check on you. Nah, nigga, this is my house, my wife. You know what I'm saying? You can't pop up on nothing. Now, you want to pop up, you ask me, can you come over, and I'll invite you in and say, yeah, I'm here. What are you popping up for if I'm not there for? Okay? Can I pop up on your wife? Or pop up on you and your wife, and I'm not there? And when I say no, that you can't work out with her, that's what I fucking meant. You know what I'm saying? I be humble with a lot of niggas, but when I could come out on this, it's a whole... Remember, man, everybody has a positive and a negative. You know what I'm saying? Now, we ain't supposed to be on no carnal shit. We supposed to be on spiritual shit. So let's stay spiritual. You know what I'm saying? When I told you no, you got an attitude. You know what I'm saying? Because you thought you was going to son me and do what you was going to do. Nah, nigga, ain't no sonning over here. No man can never son me back then when I was a carnal nigga, and no man can son me now. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter because I walk by myself and with the Most High. All right? So that was the problem. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm waiting out. I'm waiting on your move, or whoever you deal with, because actually niggas ain't even supposed to be dealing with a nigga like that, because he ain't even doing the work. He's sitting out, nigga got millions of dollars at his home, built out and fucking out east some fucking where, you know what I'm saying, and going on plane trips. That's why I said, yo, why you not with those brothers no more? He said those brothers became Brutus, talking about the men of great millstone. They became Brutus. They talking about marriage and shit like that. Talking about marriage, you can't get married, because he got that money and all he was thinking about is that. He stopped preaching for a little while, and now all of a sudden, because you see our elder Tahar on them back, you want to get back. You see your young students that was once under you see them growing. That's what it is. It's all about jealousy. So you wait and you try to dig up some bullshit about them. I'm waiting to hear the bullshit, the secrecy shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this, and this is straight up. Any nigga that want to be with that shit and secret shit that I don't know about, because I'm supposed to be, if it's a case of anything about me, why don't you bring it to council? You know what I'm saying? Is because some niggas might say that's their buddy. It don't matter if that's your fucking buddy. Your buddy lost the fucking oil. If he lost the oil, he ain't out there. He just doing video, and he was healthy at the time because I was in the school with him. Judge on that. Waiting for your counteract. So I could really hit you with real more shit. So that's what it is. These niggas try to use, because they been in their truth, they try to sun you and be like, yo, I could pop up. Nah, nigga, I always still strong. When I say you ain't gonna do something, you ain't gonna do something. I ain't gonna let a nigga bogart me. And I never did. And that's what I get crashed. That's why I have problems at. You know what I'm saying? Because I stand firm on something, and people think that they have something over me, that they could use that against me, and I counteract it. I stop that. All right? Now let's go back to the scriptures. These are niggas that sit there because they mad. Why would a man leave from one school and still carry on to something else and keep carrying on? He ain't get no pay for it. He ain't get no money for it, because he got a relationship with the Most High. He's dealing with the Most High. He's the Most High dealing with him. But you can't tell me the Most High ain't dealing with me. Who the fuck are you? Luke 18, verse 7. Yeah, I've been having to get this out. Luke 18:7. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect? Now you saying that, you may say that that person now the elect. Why? Because you think he an elect? Or because one of your buddies, your buddy told you something? You respect that person now? Is that a spiritual judge? Is that a spiritual judge? Is that judge judging spiritually according to the scriptures? You're supposed to cast him out. He ain't doing the fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Ain't we all getting the same penny? And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? Right. Because I had to bear along with a lot of slick ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing where I'm about, what I could do. But am I about that? That's why I seek this. Because if I didn't seek this, I would be fucked up. I'd probably catch a body. You know what I'm saying? or be in jail again. You know what I'm saying? You don't know a man's walking life. Stop trying to act like you know a man's walking life because he's humble, because he don't say nothing. You ever notice it was those quiet motherfuckers that always fucking shank you or shoot you or beat the shit out of you because they don't say nothing? You take that as a weakness. Okay? Niggas trying to shoot hoops but don't know where the... Niggas trying to shoot shots but don't know where the hoop's at. You don't know where the hoop's at, but you're trying to shoot little shots. Stop that, man. Come to me. Be a man that you say you're a man. You know what I'm saying? But everything gonna be exposed. And just like you call yourself cursing people, putting curses on people or talking about them, be careful. Because the Most High might put that back on you because you don't know who's the Most High favorite. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who the Most High dealing with. You don't know what relationship this brother has with the Most High. That you talking about him and you whispering about him. Bring it to the forefront. Lord is best. Where is that? Where is this? And he shall not, and shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he be along with them. Right. We on the highways and byways. I'm doing the work. You know what I'm saying? To the best of my ability. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing fellowship to the brothers to the best of my ability. I have done no harm to any brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I sup with the brothers. And another thing too, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate Saturdays or sometime when the brothers we get together. It ain't always about drinking and twisting up a bottle. You know what I'm saying? Every time on Saturdays, and the Lord is my witness on this, when we finish at camp, a few brothers of us, we go eat and we have a little bit to drink. But our conversation is always on the elders and what they teaching us and on the things of the scriptures. That's what our conversation is always about. It's always about the apostles, a great millstone, and it's about It's about Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, and then we go through the things that the apostles brung out on the highways and byways. We still stay in the spirit of the Most High. So we don't just get there from Saturday and Sunday and get bottles of liquor then excuse me and we talking about smoking a fat blunt, talking about bitches, talking about sticking somebody up. We stay in the spirit. It's always about this book, even on Saturdays after camp. And that's how you're supposed to be, even in the camp, and when you leave in the camp, and when we supping with each other. So when we sup with each other, I know, and I believe the brother that I sup with, we don't just sup with each other just for fucking liquor. We sup with each other because, our conversation is always about Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, and double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone for what they taught us. Nigga can't fake that, man. Nigga can't act on that. You know what I'm saying? He can't act on that. You got to start discerning the spirit better than what you doing, man. Or whoever, to whom it may concern. I'll leave it like that, to whom it may concern. Okay? Next scripture is Romans 8:33. Romans 8:33. Romans chapter 8, verse 33. Who shall lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect? It is the Most High that justifies. Say that again. Who shall lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect? It is the Most High that justifies. Men can't justify who's of the elect. You know what I'm saying? You don't know the man's you don't know the relationship the man had with the Most High. If he's doing the work to the best of his ability, how you gonna say he ain't doing enough? Maybe that's all what that man could do at that time. Every man has different lots, do they not? Some men are better in one aspect in things, and some men are better than the other aspects of things. Some men is more advanced in one aspect, and some men is a little slower in some aspect. But if they're still doing the work, they both laboring, and they both. How could you judge them? It's the Most High that judge of who's the elect and who's not you. So when these old teachers, from back in the day, from One West, try to tell you out of here and you not of the elect, you know what I'm saying? And if you are of the elect, you keep pushing forward. Okay, you keep pushing forward. No man can tell you. It's what the scriptures say is the Most High who's justified who is of the elect. Because if you judge and you say that somebody's not the elect, how you know the Most High is going to judge you that you not the fucking elect? A couple more scriptures. Colossians 3 and 12. Colossians 3 and 12. Colossians chapter 3 verse 12. Put on therefore as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. Okay? And that's what we're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to do that with the brothers, and we're supposed to do that with praying, and we're supposed to do that with our works, by laboring. How do we do that? We prove ourselves by out there on the highways and byways, doing the videos, you know what I'm saying, and trying to make it in a captivity to a best of our degree. That's all we can do. So my whole thing is, no man can tell you you're of the elect. Stay focused and stay true to who? To the Most High, whose name is Yahweh, and to his son Yahweh Shai. And give reverence and respect to the men who did push this. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Reverence and respect to men who pushed this, who opened you up. You know what I'm saying? Your mind to who you are, your identity, the Lord's real name, and stuff like that. And what's the other scripture it says? What's that other thing it says? Wise men are not always wise. Okay? So that's just the thing I want to give back to to certain men, that if you still pushing this truth, if any brothers you was in any other camp, and somebody tell you you're not of the elect, or you're not this, or whatever, and you're not that, you stay true to the Most High, because this is the Most High that says if you are the elect or not. It's not man. And you stay true foremost to the Most High and to Yahweh Shai, because that's where salvation come from. It ain't gonna come from no man. You know what I'm saying? Because just like the apostles say, they'll teach you these scriptures and stuff like that, but that don't mean they can save you. You got salvation. That comes with you, the relationship between you and the Most High. Apostles always say that. You got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Don't let nobody take your crown. It's Brother Shema. Shalom.